Hey YouTube. All right, you know how it goes with reality TV. In today's episode, okay, we're dealing with Trump again. Saturday morning, about 6:30, Donald Trump tweets out that President Barack Obama, former president, was tapping uh, his Trump Tower during this election. What bullshit! Just caca. This man has got no respect for the truth whatsoever. Even a child should be able to see that all we were talking about prior to 6 o'clock Saturday morning was Russia, his ties to Russia. Everybody in there seems to be a different scandal attached to everybody in his cabinet about Russia, 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 Russia. Give me a headache. Russia. So he wants to move that conversation. So he comes up with this damn a scheme of his. Okay, I'll tell him that Barack Obama has tapped my has bugged my Trump Tower. This is scandal on the level of Watergate, right? Barack Obama is going out of office, not into it. He's got no major gain to go by causing his major scandal and committing these felonies before he leaves office. See, that shit is that is such bullshit. And Trump, he has such that man has no respect for the truth, whatever. And I hate that we're using his language now. Fake news. And everybody talking about fake news, fake news. That's some shit he came up with. Donald Trump is a liar. Okay. People who have lived in this world long enough knows that if someone is constantly talking about people stealing from them, if they're constantly talking about people stealing from them, they don't trust nobody, they're paranoid, it's because they are thieves themselves. That's it. You go in the store, they keep watching you, probably they're stealing from the register themselves. Because they're thieves, and they know what they would do in such circumstance. So that's why they don't trust anyone, because they know they're thieves. Wait a minute. Go, boy. Yeah, wait. My dog likes to scratch the floor beneath his daddy. Cost me my deposit. Okay. So he comes up with this damn story to divert attention from the ongoing story, this investigation. Now he wants to employ these very agencies that he says are all crooked. He wants them to investigate Barack Obama. Ain't that a bitch? I mean, he has zero respect for people. I mean, why would you go and attack, because the story is bullshit, we all know that. But go and attack and involve Obama in this mess. I know Obama must be spinning around in his chair because he is a law professor. He knows the law, and he knows he could whoop Donald Trump on every level. Because he's telling the truth and Donald Trump is lying. But he can prove it easily. But he doesn't want to get involved. He's trying to step aside and let this man have his presidency. Do the right thing. Pull a Bush, just, although he ain't leaving with the reputation that Bush had. Step away and let him run his presidency. Nope, Trump's going to drag him back in there because he doesn't give a damn about him. He didn't care about anybody. Trump wants to have his way. He's an arrogant American billionaire who believes that the only real reality is whatever comes out of his damn mouth or whatever fits his agenda. It's ridiculous. It's a dumbass story, dumbass. And to think that there are still people in this country who will support the antics of this man who's proven time and time again that he's a liar. That's why he calls everyone else a liar. That's why he talks about fake news, because he's the one that invents stories. He's the one that said the president wasn't even born here. He has all these conspiracy things in his head. I mean, he's the one that's sick, and he had the nerve, the audacity to call Barack Obama bad or sick. Just like calling him a thief, because you're a thief. You call the media a liar because you're a liar. You're the biggest liar of all, proven it time and time again, and people will still support this dude. What have we done, America? This is just, this man's going to go down for being the worst president in the history of the United States. You watch. If I could respect this man, Trump, under one condition. If he would go before the American public, let me say it so a little closer so you can hear what I'm saying. If he would go before the American public and say, listen, I've got to come clean. I can't do this. I don't want to do it. I never wanted to do it. All I wanted to do was win the contest. I didn't think this far. I have to resign. I'm sorry. I have to resign for the country. That would be perfect. Then I would respect Donald Trump. Other than that, he can't do nothing else to please me. I see this man as an arrogant reality star child. And hopefully, he won't do something that's going to put this whole country in jeopardy. And fucking around with Putin. What are all these deaths? The media is not even covering all these deaths around people who are these Russians. There was one just last week. The guy suddenly had a heart attack. He's only in his 50s. Listen, you don't be playing around with these Russian people, especially not when this guy was the head of a KGB. You're playing around with that. I know they got secrets on him. That's what the only thing he could come up with. What can I do to divert attention from this story? So he thought, well, if I accuse Barack Obama of this major scandal, and that's as far as he got. So he got on Twitter and just middle of the night, first thing in the morning, sent it out to the world. No investigation, no talking to CIA, no talking to the FBI. He's in charge of all of the agencies that would have the information. All he has to do is call them. They have to answer him correctly. He's the president. No, he just tweets it out. Does that man think we're all that stupid? He said time and time again during this, I'm smarter than everybody. He said, I know more than the generals. And they said, well, how do you know so much? Oh my God, you know more than all the generals about the wars all over the world? And he said, well, I watch the shows. These are the same shows that he said are fake news. These are the same shows where he said they're all liars. I mean, he couldn't just watch Fox News 24/7. So Donald Trump does not give a shit about nobody but Trump. I think he's got some. They should have him undergo psychiatric evaluations. They should have done it before he got in the White House, because he's crazy. He is calling Barack Obama sick. Now, I never heard that. I've heard all their hatred. I never heard anybody say that he was sick, man. He certainly has a lot more character than this dude. And I hope that Obama will be able to stay out of it. I know it's got to be frustrating for him because he's dealing with an idiot. I know he would love to get into a debate with him. But he's got to try to get this dude a chance. And I know it's got to be hard, especially when somebody comes for your character, comes for your legacy. It's just horrible. Trump he's just a terrible, terrible person. When he was talking about grabbing people's pussies and all that, it spoke to his character, and people ignored it. We've done this to ourselves. We've created a monster. Those who voted for him, yes, you created him. But those of us who did not vote, I did vote. I ain't saying I didn't vote, but as Americans, those of us who did not vote, we're complicit as well. Or you are complicit as well. However you want to, whatever. We let this fool get in here, and now it's going to be running it just like a reality TV show. Whenever it gets a little boring, nothing going on, a story's not going his direction, he comes out with one of these outrageous stories. And then there are going to be people out there in farmland who are just going to sop it up. Don't trust the media. Don't trust the FBI. Don't trust the CIA. Don't trust the Senate. Don't trust, he'll be coming for Congress too. Don't trust them. They're all wrong. Of course, the Democrats are all in conspiracy. And there's going to be at some point, these Republicans are going to start seeing their error, saying the presidency or having power is not worth risking all our lives with this Donald Trump by backing all this bullshit he's saying. So I'm beginning to think that he's not even doing. I think Trump is basically probably a lazy person. He likes to do what he likes to do. He has got a tremendous energy when it comes to doing what he wants to do. But when things are technical type things, I don't think he wants to be bothered with it. I don't think that's why he don't want to read reports. He leaves a lot. He wants to delegate all that to the other people who also have Russian connections, Bannon and all these people. And I mean, how are you gonna get news from Breitbart and preface that over Wall Street Journal, or preface that over the Times, or over the CNN, over NBC? over everything, you getting your information from Breitbart blog or whatever the hell you call it. Just silly, it's foolish. All right, so I'll come back here again. You got to get it out of you. You got to be able to, express what's going on inside of you. Man, it would drive you crazy. So to come up with some shit like that, what type of a character would come up with blaming the outgoing president? I mean, when you even care, there's no respect for the truth. There's no respect for the truth. And yet he's the same one that's hollering about how there's truth and everybody else is lying. He is the primary liar. It's Donald Trump. It's not the media. It's not the Congress. Not the Senate. It's not the judiciary. It's not every judge that's ever heard a case from him. It's Donald Trump. His character sucks. That's why he said all these lawsuits. I wonder how many, they have an exact number of all the lawsuits he's been involved in business. I mean, to put people to work and have them working for you 2 or 3 years, and then to not even have the decency to want to pay them, fight paying them, it speaks to your character. He's a ruthless businessman. It's terrible. Leave my President Obama alone, mister. All right.